Skies are finally clearing up after a light rainfall most of the afternoon. The weather's approaching 49 degrees, so we've got a brisk West Virginia evening ahead of us. Wrap up tight and settle in, folks. This is 104.3 WVCK, the Basswood Sound. I'm your host, Carrie Hammond. Coming up after a short break, mental health expert Dr. Wick will discuss the recent opioid epidemic that's been affecting
Change my clothes and wash my hands. Does the well go down that low? Let me breathe and I'll let you go. I knelt down in desperation. I felt around for something real. There's a radio station playing wrong in my ear. You keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive. You keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive.
Time to kill before the funeral. Might as well spend it here. Funeral isn't for a while, and I'm not gonna walk into town. This place was always one for decisions. Somewhere for things to fall apart. Welcome back to Basswood, Sam. I came up here every chance I could. One of the all-time great views. Really makes a small town look big. I'm not sure Nick would even want me at his funeral, given how I left things. I remember spending entire summers on the banks fishing with Nick. Strange to think of Basswood without its mine. My hometown. It felt more imposing in my nightmares. Kids hung out here all the time. Not that I was ever invited, or wanted to go. I get the feeling it still sees some use, given how bad the coverage is up here. These trails were great to walk if you wanted to feel truly alone. Some of these species are endangered. She wrote an article about it. Hunting is another tradition I could never get behind. Just don't see the appeal. A lot of people were upset when it closed, but not upset enough to fix it. I left a sandwich in it for a whole week once. Dad never let me forget it. I used to love looking at basswood from up here. Helped give me perspective. Until that day. Why can't the real world be as clear and peaceful as my own mind? Even if it does mean nothing stays hidden in here. Not even me.
I've been meaning to ask you something. Don't freak out. Would you be my little girl's godfather? I wouldn't trust anyone else with this.
And yet I stopped taking his calls. He even called once the day before he died. I'll never know what he wanted to talk to me about.
This is Anna. She works freelance. Does a lot of the human interest pieces.
What can I say? I'm interested in humans and their pieces. What do you like to write?
I gotta run to a review with Walt. You two feel free to chit-chat. And Sam, be nice.
I had never met someone so interested in others. Even in me.
story is important. You know I think that. It's just... people around here have short tempers and long memories. Be careful. Sam, are you even listening to me?
I heard you, Anna. But no, I wasn't listening. Come on, Anna, look at this.
What is it? Someone skinny dipping?
Anna, you really need to see this.
I can't even see. Something's blocking it. Sam, what are you doing?
I'm trying to be romantic.
What? Wait. Please don't tell me you're proposing.
I'm down on one knee, a ring. What else would I be doing? You look like I just ran over your grandma. Okay, the silence is really starting to scare me now. Anna, please say something.
Sam, put that away. Come on. I don't want a ring. I don't need a ring. You should know that. We've discussed it before.
We weren't happy. She was the one brave enough to face that. Lost in my head again. How much time did I miss? I missed the funeral. Maybe it's for the best. On the bright side, Nick's not alive for me to let him down again. There seems to be something here. Lovers scarring a tree to write down their initials. Always seemed twisted to me. Sorry, Walter, but I don't think I'll stick around. Given up already? Just a quick, depressing jaunt down memory lane and then you're gone? I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is hurt. Lots of hurt. And you might be right. But it's been 2 years. It's time to face the world. Time to adult. The good news, though, at least you don't have to do it alone. Lost the signal. Some things never change.
Muley, you actually came.
It's been a while. You'd gotten taller.
Can we talk?
We're talking right now.
It's cold.
So,
You left.
Joan, that's not fair.
You left.
I don't really want to talk about this right now.
You don't want to talk about this? What are you, my age?
I'm not here for very long. I don't want to fight about the mistakes I've made.
Well, my dad died. I'm angry, and I want to fight about it.
I don't. And it takes two people to fight.
You're a jerk, and I'm gonna talk about it. It's been hard. My mom's been distant, even before all of this. I wish my dad was still here. I wish kids in class liked me. I wish you hadn't left. I wish a lot of things.
Well, I don't know how much me staying would have helped.
You're the only one around here that doesn't treat me like a kid.
You are a kid.
Doesn't mean I like to be treated like one. Listen, I wanted to talk to you about what happened to Dad. It doesn't make sense. He wouldn't have just crashed. He drove like a grandma, you know that. It's wrong. I don't buy it.
I'm just in town for the funeral, Joan. I'm not a PI or a cop.
You're the closest thing I can talk to. Will you just look into it, Muley? Please?
She wants her father's death to mean something. But where does that lead? What if it leads to the truth? That could change everything. An hour ago, you wanted to run away. Now you want to start another investigation? A few questions won't hurt anyone. Just tonight. To reassure her. And myself. This is a wake. If you poke around, people may end up poking back. Okay, whatever you do, at least leave the kid out of it. It would be cruel to lead her on. Friends don't lie to each other. Even if it means disappointing her again. It's your call. I wish it didn't happen too, Bug. but sometimes life just isn't fair.
I thought he meant something to you, too.
He did mean something to me. He was my best friend. But you can't fix this by trying to force pieces that don't fit together.
Whatever. I'm tired. If my mom asks, tell her I went home.
Seems Kathy's been keeping this running 100,000 miles past its prime. I hope she's not running short on money. Ethan keeps a spare key around, but I should use the front. Might as well talk to Walter. I'll have to sooner or later. Whoever said you can judge someone by their car never met Tara. A little late to turn back. I might as well see it through. Some of the police force stopped by, which means most of the police force stopped by.
Yes, the cat food is under the sink. Yes, yes it is, Mother. Trust me. Oh, Samuel is here. I'll call you back. Samuel Higgs. 2 long years since we last saw each other. You're very late, you know. You completely missed the funeral.
I'm here for Nick's wake, at least.
You have to bring it in for a hug. It's a Basswood back in town requirement. So good to see you, even if I wish the circumstances were different. Still not a fan of being touched?
Is anyone?
We're big huggers out here. Big huggers. You've never understood that. Also, have you spoken to Anna lately?
No, why?
No reason. If you get the chance, we should catch up. We should really catch up. I'll see you inside.
I haven't read an issue of this paper since I left. I wonder how they've been doing without me. Must have been a hard issue to write. Ugh, I'm not ready for this. Ugh, I'm not ready for this. Here we go.
Mr. Samuel Higgs, Big Shot investigative reporter.
Didn't think you'd ever be back in here.
I'd gladly slash your tires, but that mean you couldn't leave town. And you are leaving
Just really embracing those hick stereotypes, huh, Joel?
Gentlemen. We'll get you good old boys another round.
Mighty kind of you, Declan.
You're not worth it, Higgs.
Making friends already, I see.
Declan, been a while.
Hey, careful. I'd rather not be working tonight. And you always seem to angry up everyone's blood.
I plan to be out of here by morning. Don't want to stay any more than you want me here.
Don't rush out of here on their account, but maybe don't dawdle either. You watch yourself.
I think it's time I go put up a photo at the memorial board. That's what people do, right? It's supposedly the spirit of coal. Doesn't really belong here anymore. He's owned this bar for almost a decade and still can't afford another employee.
Not really. You just quoted him a couple of times and I thought it sounded good.
Then you should read Great Expectations. It's a masterpiece, plain and simple.
Walter can be overwhelming at times, but he means well.
So I had to throw them all out on their ear, and only then did I realize.
Ah, Samuel, my favorite ex-muckracker. Join us, join us.
How was the funeral?
Wasn't there. Setting up for this.
Everyone came, most of the town, it felt like. A sea of sad, wet eyes. I gave the eulogy. Felt hollow. So hollow. He worked for me for years. For years, my best reporter. What do you even say about it?
Everything had to be just so. His desk, straight lines and clean.
Once, Anna turned everything on his desk around just to see what he'd do. He moved his chair to the other side of the desk.
It's the small things. Like he always kept his window down. Said cars made him claustrophobic. That's how he stays with us. The little details.
I remember the bar bets about that safe spot at Pac-Man. He got me one night.
Yeah, got me once too. Can't believe it's real.
Enough about Nicholas, enough. Tell me, how have you been, Sam? How have you really been?
I'm all right. It was rough for a bit, but I'm mostly over my failed relationship. And mostly over the guilt of basically ruining the town. Don't worry about me.
I worry about everyone. Absolutely everyone.
Well, I think I've taken enough of your gents' time.
Go, mingle, circulate, but you must join us for an actual round later. You must.
Yeah, that could be nice. Maybe. We'll see.
Think about it, Samuel. A drink with friends is worth 1,000 among enemies.
Sammy! Oh, it's been ages.
Tara?
Oh, me? I've had this stomach thing lately, always churning. And this thing with Nick, his car went up like a Sunday ham. He burned alive, you know. Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
No.
The infamous Sam. I've read that article you wrote on the mine. You must have put in a lot of legwork on that.
It isn't something I talk about, especially here.
Understandable. Maybe some other time. Oh, don't hesitate to drop by the pharmacy sometime.
Oh, and Sam, you...
But for now, I have a feeling you're not here for us.
Oh, right. Don't be a stranger, Sam.
Some people can play this game drunk. Anna was best at 3 beers.
No more than 3,000 milligrams.
I thought it was 4,000.
Nick and I spent so much money on this machine. Nick and I spent so much money on this machine. Can't believe this whole thing's still working.
Sit yourself down. Now you should know how
Bess always had a soft spot for Nick. I think she liked his work ethic. Pretty courageous of him to try his luck in Basswood, given the state of things. That's where Nick and I sat every time he dragged me out for drinks after work.
Hey, Sam, why don't you drink to Nick on the other side of the bar?
Old-timers in general already don't like me, and the article just made it worse. There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce, but anyone can see she's taking his death hard. Kathy,
Sam,
You actually came. You got some nerve. Joan texted me. Says she already went home after you upset her.
I was just... I don't know.
Look, Joan was really hurt when you left town. Nick and I were never close after the breakup, and Joan's never had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Maybe don't break her heart this time when you leave town. All right?
Hard to make promises. I don't do well with those in Joan.
I've noticed.
But I'll try.
Sam, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Sorry we lost touch. Sorry I lost touch. Rest up, big guy. This photo always looked weird. Nick could never keep a straight face. He was more her best friend than a dad. Look at us. Those two were a great team. Bug was so small back then. Happier times. I wonder who took that picture.
Samuel, guess I lost the bet.
Bet?
Yeah, that bet you'd never come back to Basswood. Not after you went careening out of town like a bat out of hell the instant that article broke bad.
Well, Dennis, I won the bet I had with myself that you'd be an asshole right off the bat.
That was a safe bet.
What are you even doing here, Dennis? You and Nick become friends or something?
Nope. He thought I was a drunk, which I am. And I thought he was a hack, which he was.
This coming from the IT guy. Didn't know resetting passwords could give you a journalism degree.
It can. But it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way. Relax. I'm just playing. At least tell me how you been.
Really good. I'm thinking of going back to school. Go for another master's.
So you don't have a clue what to do with yourself. Anyway, cheers to Nick. A man that, unlike us, people actually liked. Speaking of which...
As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part, how little you know of the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. 'Tis but I suffer for your sake. Believe me, dear, that's true. I wish that you were staying here.
Anna used to play it almost every night. She stopped after her father's accident. Has it really been 2 years since I saw her? She hasn't changed a bit. Dennis, bitter and jaded. He's even worse than the last time we spoke.
People leave you or they die. That's the only way anything ends.
Declan lacks subtlety, but he loves this town like no one else.
So, Sam, how's life been treating you?
Well enough, I guess. I got a roof over my head. Can't really complain.
Where'd you end up? You ran so fast after the mine closed, no one knew where you went.
Just someplace out of state. Kind of a fresh start.
You staying in town long?
Not really. Why? You think I'm gonna disturb the peace or something?
Huh. Wouldn't be your first time. Have a nice evening, Sam.
You should have been the one giving the eulogy, Samuel. No one knew it better than
So tragic, what happened to Nick. The details are horrible. They think he didn't die on impact. Instead, he roasted to death. Not enough to damage the bones, but, you know, not a pretty sight. Unless you're into that kind of thing, of course. I didn't mean to be rude, Sam.
Well, you were, Tara. You can't talk about Nick like that.
What did I say? It was only the truth. Poor Sam. Now that Nick is gone, everyone in town hates you. I mean, I don't. Why would I? It's not my job you destroyed. You're not the cause of all my problems. I mean, that's what you did for pretty much all of Basswood, but not to me. So, I don't hate you.
Thanks for the confidence booster, Tara. I'll see you around.
Sam, let's just leave it at that, all right?
Should I have brought flowers? Do people expect me to? Anna?
Sam! Sorry. Old habits. Why'd it take so long for you to darken my doorstep?
It's not your fault. There's a lot of people that don't want me here, including myself.
People around here have short tempers.
And long memories.
But most of them mean well. Sam, the mine was gonna close anyways. Maybe in a year or 2, 5, if the Lord has a sense of humor. It was gonna run dry or have an even bigger disaster. It wasn't your fault.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. It doesn't make it easier, though.
It's gotta make it a little easier. When my father lost his legs, nobody knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions. Whenever people talk about you, he always says, You did the right thing.
Yeah, well, your dad's Joe. He's an oak. Unmoving and annoyingly supportive.
It wasn't just him. Nick thought your piece was great. He was actually jealous. He always wanted to write something that shook the pillars of heaven, as he used to put it. You know, Nick and I had moved in together. Started to get serious. But I think it's only now I realize how much I cared for him.
But you and Nick started going out? When did this happen?
A few months ago. He never told you? He asked me to let him be the one to say something. You two had been so close.
He probably tried. I hadn't been answering his calls.
Ah. That's the worst part, right? Anything broken just stays broken now. But this was all nice. The funeral, the wake. Walter did a good job. But it all just makes me feel heavy. It makes my heart hurt. Like Nick's memory has been laid on top of me and I'm still carrying him.
It's hard for me to really just wrap my head around it. Nick being gone. Smart. Don't rock the boat when the person in the boat just lost a loved one.
It's big. I can't get my head around it either. His stuff is all over my house, but he's just missing. Things without an owner. Most of it I'll probably give to Joan and Kathy, throw away. I don't even know. Sam, I'm tired, and if I'm gonna drink and cry, I want to do it alone. I played that stupid song like I told myself I would. He said, or he used to say, it made him ache. I did it, and I'm going home. We need to catch up, though. Let's meet for coffee tomorrow and talk. Really talk. 9:30?
Yeah, maybe.
I'll be at the cafe across from the paper. Christina's. It was honestly nice seeing you.
Samuel, come. Have a round with me.
I need a drink or two. Or 3. And then I'll go.
It's the guy.
People leave you or they die. That's the only way anything ends.
Walter can be overwhelming at times, but he means well. It does look tempting.
So, Nick wasn't drunk, and me? I was drunk as a skunk.
Ah, Samuel. Join us. We were just sharing stories about dear Nicholas. And let me get your next round. Maybe Ethan has a suggestion for a worthy spirit?
Oh, spirits? Oh, no. Friends drink beer.
Yes, I suppose that's fitting. To dear Nicholas.
Yeah, he'd been coming in a lot lately. Sat right there. With a bad dad joke or two.
With friends, I guess? Maybe Anna.
Oh, by himself with his laptop as his date.
He never drank alone.
You two were close, though, right? Tell me about the man outside the bar.
He had a terrible memory. Couldn't remember names, dates, passwords. Kept his notes squirreled around him like a hoard.
What a night. I'd say that went well. Ish. You got to chat with everyone you've been avoiding. Even if the years didn't smooth their animosity as much as I hoped.
Just shut up. Coming back to Basswood was your idea.
You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Deep down, you've been looking for a reason to come back. It's gonna be one of those long nights inside your head, huh?
Stop pushing me. Stop always poking at me. You just won't quit.
I'm trying to help. And helpful tip number 602, beer doesn't solve any of this. You're back out in the world, feeling emotions, fitting in. That's progress.
Fuck the world. Pointless talking and more talking, and no one says what they mean. Go away. Let me enjoy being miserable.
Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid. No promises.
No, stay out.
You have 10 minutes before we charge you for another day.
Okay. What kind of monsters have a checkout at 9? What happened last night? Oh, my head. Pills plus drinking. That was not my best idea. Did I black out or what? I can't think straight. I need some water on my face. Clear it up.
Late for checkout. They can wait a bit more.
Oh, my head. How many of these did I take? God, what a headache.
Didn't even get under the covers. Glad I even made it to the bed.
Please let there be water.
No more beer. I need water. Is that... No, that's not water. That is vodka, the opposite of water. No food. I'll just throw it all up. No water, of course. Just tossed on the floor. My mother would be proud. At least it won't take me long to get my things.
That's not good. That's... Where did I get this? What did I do?
Sam, be more careful. Breathe. Focus. Find the way to calm down. Sam, focus. You have to find the right door. You need to steady yourself. You're doing good. Really good. You're almost there. Focus. Choose. Act. Deliberately. If I run, I'll keep running. I need to face what happened.
answers. Hide. It's never happened. Going over. Get far away. Don't think. Just go. As far as... No, that's just pretending nothing is wrong. I've done that enough. Yes, answers. Good or bad, I need answers. I know what you're thinking. Stop thinking that. Pills and alcohol? You're lucky enough you didn't wake up dead. I need to know what happened last night. The last place I remember is the bar, so I'll start there. The squeaky nail gets hammered down. Maybe don't play lone wolf detective. I can poke around without making waves. Mostly. It used to be my job. You're great at finding facts. Not quite so good at blending in. I can't just run from whatever this is. So either help me or get out of my head. It's your life, Sam. I just live here. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Do you really think breaking and entering is a good idea? Used Ethan's hidden spare key, no breaking involved. I don't know if he'll see it that way. I could wait for the bar to open, or I could look for answers. I picked the latter. I remember seeing this before. A long time ago. Ethan and his parents. And I'm guessing that's his sister. He always thought they'd run the bar together. I doubt Ethan's account somehow led to the blood on my shirt. Whoa. What happened here last night? First, look around, figure out what happened. I ended up drinking alone. So who brought that second glass? Ugh. Did I do this? Sorry, Nick. Almost beat his score this time. Maybe one day. These were sent scattering. Someone thrown into them? What knocked this clock off the pillar? It might have fallen off the table. Seems some people got rowdy last night. Ripped. Did this happen yesterday, or was it always like that? It seems there was a fight. That could explain the blood on my shirt. Does it mean that I was involved? I won't be able to find out without more evidence. Definitely not the wake Nick would have wished for. What a mess. Hope this wasn't me. Hugh's business card. Wonder why it's here. Joel's hat. Maybe we ended up having it out after all. flowers are ruined. Looks like they were knocked over, then stepped on. DG. Dennis's initials. Was he involved in whatever happened? Wouldn't surprise me. I think I've seen enough to put together the pieces of what happened last night. Just gotta think it through. At least I can always count on this place to make sense. Now to work out what happened while I was blacked out last night. I just need to think it through logically, throw out impossibilities. Until only the truth is left. I know I got into a fight, but it could have played out in many different ways. I have to think it through, find out what really happened. My memory ends here, but there's 2 glasses. Who was here with me? I was drinking on my own when someone approached me. I can't remember who it was, but I know we got into a fight. Obviously. If I figure out how the fight went, I should figure out who my assailant was. Something hit the pillar with enough force to make the clock fall. The person thrown into the pillar would do it. The jukebox is not in the same place. Maybe it was involved in the fight somehow. That could be it, but I still have to figure out who was sitting next to me. Joel's cap. Maybe he provoked me again after I'd had a few? If the fight had ended here, the bar wouldn't be such a mess. That's Dennis's. I definitely wanted to shut him up last night. If the fight had ended here, the bar wouldn't be such a mess. Looks like not even the memorial board was spared by the... One hell of a mess. This could definitely be the result of 2... If the fight had ended here, the bar wouldn't be such a mess. Looks like not even the memorial board was spared by the brawl. I have the complete picture now.
You know, the man who talks to himself has an idiot for an audience.
Fuck off, Dennis.
I see why you have so many friends left in town.
Yeah, you would know about that.
At least my best friend never slept with my ex. And who do you blame more, huh? The backstabbing asshole or the bitch who...
You don't talk about Anna or Nick that way.
You think you know who Nick was? Mr. Perfect? Give me a break. You have no idea. No one in this town does.
What are you talking about?
I'll show you. But not here. Meet me later at...
Ethan is coming back in through the front. At least I think it's him. You think it's him? I can't actually tell if you can't tell. What I know for sure is, if it's Ethan, he may not be happy to find you here. So I strongly suggest you leave. And if you don't, well, tell him you're here to apologize about last night. You trashed up his bar and then broke in. Time? I don't have time to lose explaining myself to Ethan. Of course. I come back on the town's Miners' Day celebration. Well, you always did have great timing. No time to dwell on that. Focus. You tried Dennis's cell phone. No answer. So what now? There's that coffee date with Anna. Anna might have to wait. I want to see if anyone has seen Dennis first. I don't know, I'll play it by ear. Just remember, she's expecting you. She's extending the olive branch. Don't drop in. I still have time before meeting Anna. Might as well ask if anyone saw Dennis. Never knew Dennis to be the commemorative type. What's he doing here? I don't know if I should bother her now. She probably won't be happy to see me. A statue honoring miners. Pretty meaningless now. drowned 6 men. Basswood's mining started with an accident. Fitting. Never forget, huh? Hey, can I ask you something?
Hello, young man. And of course you can ask. No promise answering.
Why do you bother cleaning the memorial?
Well, everything has to look its best for today. Especially the miner. I really didn't think it was going to happen this year. Good thing Mr. Kirkland decided to help out. And besides, that way people can remember with pride we used to be rednecks.
That matters to you?
It should matter to every West Virginian.
All right. Better leave you to it then.
You take care now.
Losing his legs seemed like the end of him, but he bounced back. Man, he's a rock. Joe.
Sam? You old bridge jumper, how you been? What's the calendar say?
2 years, Joe. It's been 2 years.
Too long. Heard you showed up yesterday. Boys give you trouble?
They might have given me a bit of a welcome back.
After the mine closed, well, it ain't easy to put food on the table. Don't let that weigh on you. No one else has lost their legs recently.
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
I wish. Just about the only guy I could talk hockey with.
Not football?
I want to talk football. I can just grab anybody on the street. Dennis actually enjoys a man's sport. But no, I haven't seen him.
I have places I need to be, but it's good to see you.
Just promise you won't wait 2 years before saying boo again.
I'll do my best. Joe has no idea where Dennis went. Someone must have seen him after the fight. No luck so far, but I should keep digging around. Someone must have seen Dennis. I don't imagine Walter had obituaries in mind when he became editor-in-chief.
Remember when this whole celebration used to be twice as big? Back when this town wasn't just a dead horse we all keep kicking. Why do we even bother with this old place? It's like a ghost town sometimes. Except ghosts don't bother leaving. Now I've gone and made a bit of a mess. Oh, Sam, is that you? Dear, please, could you help an old doddering woman?
Do I really have a choice? Or are you just gonna guilt me with the social contract till I agree?
The second one. You always were a character. Thank you so much. You're always such a dear.
Say, Christina, have you...
Oh, Sam, it's been years. It really is so nice to see you again.
Yeah, Likewise,
I
but...
wanted to come to the funeral yesterday, but just thinking about it, oh dear.
Now, I know you want to interrupt her, because I want to interrupt her. So eyes on me, buddy. Happy thoughts, deep breaths. Yeah, well, speaking of the...
Poor Joan, losing her father at such a young age. Ah, what a tragedy. I was trying to find one of those games she likes so much to cheer her up. Poor child only has Kathy now, and, well, far from me to criticize her. And
Have you seen Dennis since yesterday?
have you not learned to not interrupt people when they're talking, Sam?
I don't have time for small talk today.
As rude as ever. I haven't seen Dennis. You have a nice day.
Somehow, I don't think the town's recent history will be included. It's fine with me. She pulls the look off a lot better than I could.
Hey, don't remember seeing you in town before. Passing by?
I suppose. I grew up here. Been gone for a couple of years. I'm not staying long.
Wait, you managed to leave and still came back? You'd never see me again if I left.
Why don't you then?
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna take my millions of dollars and make a run for it. I can barely get by, like everyone else here. Too poor to stay, too poor to leave.
Now, I can't just have you hanging around here all day like a ghost.
It's a free country.
Hey, don't give me that. People have been complaining, so don't let me see you here again.
You fascist.
What you just... I'm just doing my job. It's nothing personal.
Looks like you're not the only one who started off on the wrong foot today.
Sorry you had to see that. Some people you just can't reason with. Speaking of, you're still in town.
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Why are you looking for him?
I wanted to apologize for last night.
Huh. I'll just stay out of his way for a day or two. I heard you messed up Dennis pretty good last night. I'm not judging. His head's full of smoke. It takes a while to clear it out.
That person you were talking to? Who's that?
A lost soul. Vagrancy isn't a crime, but loitering and trespassing are. I try to be understanding, polite, but it's hard when no one is polite back. People call you...
Declan, I've got places to be.
Right. Don't need me gabbing at you all day like I was Christina or something. Woo! That girl can talk. Just remember, this town don't always respect the things you do.
Trust me, I know. I don't want to keep you, officer. Have a good day.
Keep your nose clean.
Didn't used to see this around. Surprised it hasn't been removed. It's not worth it. No one works on a Sunday. Well, no one except me. At least the Basswood Jungle is still standing. Hey, Bug. What are you doing out here?
Hey, Muley. Waiting for my mom to get off her shift at the pharmacy. Drawing. I got a new journal after I left the old one somewhere. See? Surprised you're still in town. Thought you'd just leave again.
Well, I will be, soon. I'm just in town a few days. But I'll make sure to say goodbye and keep in touch.
Yeah, we'll see. Sorry. I don't know. It's just this town, you know? This place. It feels like I'm suffocating. I can't breathe. I can't think. I can't stand my mom. I don't like school. Well, except for science. And just...
Have you seen Dennis today?
What? No, I haven't. Were you even listening to me? I shouldn't be surprised. No one listens to me.
I was listening. I just need to find Dennis.
If you hear anything about what happened to my dad, let me know. Otherwise, just leave me alone.
Joan had no clue about Dennis's whereabouts. Not that I thought she would. A perfect toy for a kid who only had imaginary friends. Maybe Kathy will know something. Or that new pharmacist.
Yo, get out the way.
You move. I'm the one coming in.
Fuck you.
That's enough.
Kathy and Hugh were both at the wake. I should talk to them.